Hello everyone. In this video we will see how we can create a work object. So let's start with a station and select our robot. Okay, create. So in this video I will show you how we can create a work object and write a program in that work object, and then we will see how we can translate that work object to another work object, and we can still load the program points using the work object. So we will select the library first, click on OK, and we have our robot ready. Now let's select our tool from equipment. Okay, let's select my tool, and from layout we will select attach to robot. Yes, okay, so I have attached the tool to my robot. Now my next task is to import a propeller table. Okay, so now I imported a propeller table. So I want to create a work object around this table. So you already saw in the previous video we will use 3 points to define the work object coordinate. So for this video we will use this point around this corner as x1, and this line around this edge of this table as x-axis. So we should define x2 around this line anywhere, and y1 should be around this line. So basically this will create an x-axis around this line, y-axis around this, and z-axis will be over the table. So let's jog our robot to this position. Okay, for that we will bring flex pendant. Okay, let me take it to manual mode and enable it. So we are in take it more down. We will acknowledge the error, and let's go and see. Okay, this will be our point x1. So to create a work object we need to go to jogging, and from work object just click on the work object. So from this window you can select new, and we will say work object 1 table. We can give it any name, and for other values we will set it at default. Click OK. So now we will select the work object table and click on edit. After edit we will define the points. So we will be using the user method, so user coordinate method. So we will select 3 points for user method. So now you can see we have to set 3 points here. So first point is this one. So x1 we will modify, and for x2, like I said, our x coordinate we want it around this line. So to create x coordinate around there we will move our robot towards this line. Okay, let's say around here, around this point. Okay, this is our x2 modify position, and for y1 we will let's say this is our point x y1. So we modified the position. So now after you've have modified the position for all 3 points, we will click OK and OK again. So now our work object is created. So we click OK and our work object is selected. So now let's go and write a program. Go to program editor and write a program to just move our robot around these screws. So let's jog our robot. Okay, we will add instruction move J below. So basically this is the same command. You can see move J to this position with velocity this, with zone 50. We will set this zone to fine. Okay, and you can see the tool, default tool is selected and work object is work object table. Okay, so this is the first command, and similarly we will add more command. Okay, move J to, let's say move J's. Okay, this is move J. For other command, let's insert move L. Move L, and for the other point again move L. Move L. And move L for last as well. Move L. Okay, now let's try to run this program. Debug pp2 main. Yes. So now we will play the program. So now you can see our robot moves around the square shape. So let's stop. Okay, now let's do something. Okay, let's say by mistake we changed our table. The position of our table is changed. Let's go to home, layout, position, switch, sorry, layout, this, and position, set position. So it was 175, let's say. Now it's 50. Now our table moved like this. Okay, so now let's try to run our program again. Let's see what happens if we run the program again. So you can see now it's our program is running, but the points that it is passing through is incorrect. So now when we move the work object, we need to teach our robot all the points. But what if we had like 100 or thousands of targets that we had to teach? So in this case, what we can do is we can now create a work object for this position. So for this one, let me place it like this. Okay, so now we will create a new work object. Acknowledge it. Okay, for this table, this point will be our x0. So let's go to jogging and again select work object, create a new table, displaced. Okay, so this is for the new position of the table. Okay, let's select this table displayed and define the points to 3 points. X1 is already there. Modify position to X1. Let's go to X2. So to go to X2, okay, let's say this line is X2. Modify position. Let's come back to X1 and let's create, okay, Y1. Modify position. Okay, so now we have created a new work object as well. So let's go to our program. So now in this program we just change the work object. Instead of going through each target, we will just select work object to work object table displaced. So double click it and change displaced. Okay, so now let's try to run our program again. Let's go to debug and pp2 main, yes, and start. Okay, now you can see we did not teach the new targets to the robot, but we just changed the work object and still it performs as expected. So now your task is to create a work object of your own and send us the video.